What's up, Broncos country? Buckle up, because we've got news that'll make every Denver Broncos fan's heart race. According to NFL insider Albert Breer from Sports Illustrated, our Broncos are the top challengers to knock the Kansas City Chiefs off the AFC West throne in 2025. That's right, folks. After 9 straight years of Chiefs dominance, our orange and blue squad is coming in hot, with a sharpened roster, a fearless head coach in Sean Payton, and a quarterback, Bo Nix, who's ready to make it rain. So grab your jerseys, turn up the volume, and let's dive into why this could be the year we take control of the division and make some serious noise in the playoffs. It's time to understand why all eyes are on Denver. The Chiefs have ruled the AFC West for nearly a decade, with 9 consecutive division titles and a couple of Super Bowl rings. But after their gut-wrenching loss to the Eagles in Super Bowl likes, their reign is starting to wobble. Don't get it twisted. Kansas City is still dangerous, but they're no longer untouchable. And the Broncos? We're coming off a 10-7 season in 2024, our first playoff appearance since 2015, and we're making moves to close the gap fast. Breer dropped a bold take. He says Denver's roster might actually be better than Kansas City's right now. That's a big claim, but when you look at what GM George Paton and Coach Sean Payton are building, it starts to make sense. We've got a defense that's lethal, an offense finding its groove, and a hunger to win that can't be contained, even by the thin air at Mile High. Let's break it down, starting with the heart of this team, the defense. Broncos country, our defense is no joke. In 2024, we led the NFL in sacks and ranked 3rd in points allowed. That's not just good, it's elite. And the wildest part? It's getting even better. At the center of it all is Patrick Surtain II, the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year. This dude's a cornerback who makes receivers disappear like they forgot the playbook. Young, hungry, and ready to keep dominating in 2025. But Surtain's not alone. Our defensive line is every quarterback's nightmare. Zach Allen, Jonathan Cooper, and Nick Bonito are hunting, and Bonito's 13.5 sacks last year prove he's a game wrecker. We also drafted Texas CB Jahdae Barron in the first round of 2025, adding more depth and swagger to our secondary. Defensive coordinator Vance Joseph has this unit playing angry, and after we crushed the Chiefs' backups 38-0 in Week 18, you know they're ready for Mahomes in prime time. And here's another gem. Our outside linebacker group is a bargain. Jonathan Cooper is a solid starter, locked in long-term, and we spent a 4th-round pick on edge rusher Robinson to keep the pressure coming. This group is young, fast, and cheap, giving us cap flexibility to keep building. Compared to KC's defense, which is solid but thinner, our front line and secondary have the edge. The Chiefs have Nick Bolton and some strong linebackers, but in the trenches and downfield, Denver comes out on top. Now let's talk offense, where things are heating up. Bo Nix had a rookie season in 2024 that silenced the critics. People called him a risky pick, but he delivered with composure, clutch throws, and very few mistakes. In Sean Payton's system, Nix is only going to get better in year 2. He's got a reliable offensive line led by guard Quinn Miners, and weapons like Cortland Sutton and tight end Evan Engram, who we picked up in free agency. But the biggest upgrade? Our running back group just got a massive boost. Introducing J.K. Dobbins, the veteran RB we signed to a 1-year, $525 million deal. This guy's a beast when healthy, racking up 905 yards and 9 touchdowns in just 13 games last season. He's out for blood after leaving the Chargers and is already throwing shade at his old team. Dobbins joined 2nd-round pick R.J. Harvey, who, according to Jeffrey Chadiha from NFL.com, could be the key to taking down the Chiefs. Harvey is a dynamic runner who fits Payton's scheme perfectly, and he's got the whole organization buzzing. Add in Jaleel McLaughlin's speed and Audric Esteem's power, and we've got a backfield that can do it all: run, catch, and leave defenses scrambling. Why does this matter? The Broncos haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher in 6 years. With Dobbins and Harvey leading the charge, we're finally ready to break that drought and give Nix the balanced offense he needs to shine. Meanwhile, the Chiefs' ground game is relying on an injured Isaiah Pacheco and a rookie, Carson Smith. Advantage, Denver. And let's not forget our receivers. Troy Franklin needs to take a leap after an up-and-down rookie season, but if he finds his rhythm, he could be a deep threat that stretches defenses. We also drafted Illinois WR Pat Bryant in the 3rd round to add more firepower. Compared to the Chiefs' receivers, Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown are solid, but their depth is shaky. Our offense has the potential to go punch for punch. Now let's talk coaches, because this is where things get interesting. Andy Reid is a legend, no doubt. He's turned the Chiefs into a well-oiled machine, and Mahomes is basically his football soulmate. But Sean Payton? He's not intimidated. Payton has a Super Bowl ring and has been scheming to take down Reid since he landed in Denver. Breer points out that Payton doesn't have that little brother complex some coaches get around Reid, and that confidence is spreading through the locker room. Payton's offense is built to exploit weaknesses, and with Nix developing fast, Dobbins bringing explosive speed, and a fully loaded playbook, he's got the tools to outsmart Kansas City. Plus, our special teams, led by rookie punter Jeremy Crawshaw and coordinator Darren Rizzi, are ready to flip field position in tight games. The Chiefs may have the edge in experience, but Payton's hunger and creativity could be the difference maker. To really understand the weight of all this, zoom out. The Broncos were a mess for years after Peyton Manning retired. 6 straight losing seasons, a carousel of quarterbacks, and no playoffs since Super Bowl 50. But 2024 changed everything. We finished 10-7, split the series with the Chiefs, including that heartbreaking 16-14 loss in KC, and made the playoffs for the first time in forever. Sure, the Bills crushed us in the wild card round, but that taste of the postseason lit a fire in this team. Meanwhile, the Chiefs are coming off their first Super Bowl loss in the Mahomes era. They're still the team to beat, 15-2 in the 2024 regular season, and Mahomes is 35-5 against the AFC West, but the cracks are showing. Their O-line has issues after trading Joe Thuney, and Pacheco's injuries are a real concern, and after chasing a three-peat, there's bound to be some mental fatigue. The Broncos, on the other hand, are young, hungry, and built to peak in 2025, while Nix is still on his rookie deal. The schedule promises epic battles. We host the Chiefs in Week 11 at Empower Field, where the mile-high altitude could be a real factor. Then we head to Arrowhead in Week 17 for a Christmas night showdown that could decide the division. These games will stop the NFL in its tracks, Broncos country. If the Broncos dethrone the Chiefs, it's a turning point. Winning the AFC West means a home playoff game. Imagine Mile High rocking in January. It also sends a message that Denver is back as a legit contender, maybe even headed to our first conference championship since 2016. For the fans, this is personal. We've watched Kansas City dominate for too long, and now it's our time to flip the script. But it's not just about the division. A strong 2025 run could take us deep into the playoffs. With a top 5 defense, a balanced offense, and Payton's genius play calling, we've got the pieces to take on anyone. The Week 1 game against the Titans is our first shot to show the world we're for real, and a hot start could build the momentum we need to face the Chiefs. Look, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Mahomes is still Mahomes, and the Chiefs won't go down without a fight. But Broncos country, this season just feels different. The roster's sharp, the coach is locked in, and the vibes are perfect. If Nix makes that year 2 leap, Dobbins stays healthy, and our defense keeps smothering opponents, we're not just challenging the Chiefs, we're taking the crown. This is our shot to make history, and I'm all in. So, Broncos country, what do you think of this news? Is 2025 finally the year we take down the Chiefs, or will Kansas City still come out on top? Drop your predictions in the comments, share this video with your crew, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update from our squad. Let's ride through this epic season together. Go Broncos!